Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Myth Busting Locksmith. So today we are busting a myth on how easy these are to open. There are several generations of these. This is the latest one, which is pretty much identical to all of the other ones, so it's quite difficult to tell. Now, obviously this has no wheels in, and this will just fall straight open, because I've had to drill the top to get into this and use a crowbar to force it open, which was no easy task. Now, on the older versions, and this is the point I'm trying to make today, one of the theories is you can get a piece of paper, make a little line across the top, and slide it in between the wheels, and then you turn the wheel around, and when the flat part of the little plastic wheel is facing front, the paper will then drop in slightly, and the writing on here will gauge how much it's dropped in. The other theory is that you can either take quite a wide piece, if you can see this here, quite a wide piece of metal, or you can cut it down into a thin spike. And I in fact have some tools where they have got rubber handles and a tiny little metal spike specifically for this purpose. You can slide it down the side, and you can either move the wheel, and when it finds a groove it gets caught in the groove and the metal will move down, or it'll move up. Or if there's a flat space, you can feel it when you move around, you can feel it hitting the flat and it'll again move and decode it. Now, I have spent literally months on this, and I want to bust the myth that on the latest version that you can do that. You cannot. That when this wheel with the plastic is inside here in the correct place, you physically cannot see this little piece of plastic that is like that small, and there will be close-up photos. It does have a flat side, but you cannot see that piece of plastic through this gap. The old versions you can, the new versions you cannot. Because when the plastic goes in, although it's a very, I will do close-up photos for you, although you can see the plastic edge here, when it goes in here, they've now designed it in such a way that there is a slight metal lip. So on the front here you can see it's here, and on the back there's a little metal grate. I know I'm going to get people to disagree with me, but as I say, I have spent literally months with every tool, with every piece of paper, piece of wire, specially designed tool, and when I completely failed to do it, and I've asked others to show me and they've not been able to do it, I then got the torch, I then got the magnifying glasses, I blew it right up, I moved the wheels this side, which there are photos to come for you, I moved the wheels the other side, photos to come for you. And what I found is they've designed the new version of this now, that when it goes in, there's a slight ridge of metal on here, that when the plastic is in and the wheel is in the hole, the plastic ridge stops you, sorry, the metal ridge stops you getting to the plastic along with these bars, and you physically cannot do it. Now, I would love somebody to buy a brand new up-to-date version of this, open it live on camera, tag me in it or send me the recording and show me how they get into it without the combination, but obviously a new version, unopened from the beginning, because I don't believe that you can do it, and I want to bust the myth of how easy these are actually to get into. They are very well made. The new versions are not as easy to pick as you'd think, and I just wanted to bust the myth of how easy they are to get into. Now, the only thing I would say is we do occasionally get the keyboard warriors pop in and go, oh, you're wrong in this, or they want to call you out on that. So do comment, do question, do query, do keep it positive, because to all the keyboard warriors out there that have been locksmiths for 10, 20, 30 years and so on, I watch your videos. My research is relentless and it is ongoing and continuous. I do not flag people up as this is wrong, if you struggle with that, you should be able to rebuild one of these or put together one of those having taken it apart, you know, if you've been doing it for 10, 20 years. I don't criticise and I don't knock other locksmiths, so I don't expect them to knock me. I would be interested for people to show me the method of doing this with a new one, but keep it positive, keep it real. These are not as bad as people make out. We would definitely recommend these as term security. You cannot pick them as easy as you could the originals. So that is it for now. I hope you found it interesting. Do feel free to post comments and queries and whatnot below. But for now, the paper, the metal, the little rubber tools with a thin metal blade on the end do not work. The plastic has a flat notch, it does not have a groove, but you cannot reach the flat notch, and you will see at the end of this video the photos where I've blown it right up to show you it cannot be done. Thanks for watching, see you next time.